Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered! Today, for our first Brood War Sunday series, it's going to be a best of 3 from the CASTERMUSE Star League Season 3. These have never been cast in English, so this is the first time you will see them in English, and that was redundant. It's going to be Hero versus sOrry in a best of 3 for the round of 16 here on Polaris. Top right-hand corner is the mustard-colored Zerg player. It is Hero. Oh, man, we love Hero. And on the bottom right, it is sOrry. He is pink, and he is Terran. So very excited for this one. I've decided to start casting Brood War series on Sunday because the StarCraft 2 professional series that I'm casting are just not getting much attention at all recently. The people aren't clicking on them. The people aren't really responding to them very well. So, you know what? If Brood War is on the up and up in this channel, well, I guess the up and up is different from saying on the up. So on the upswing on this channel, I say give the people what they want. Give the people the Brood War if they want the Brood War, and let's all be happy together. So it's going to be a ZVT best of 3 here. Again, on a map Polaris. I think there's another word involved here, but by golly, I cannot remember what it is after that intro. It's a Brood War map. I know there's another one that also has Polaris in the name. Hold up. I just looked at this. Polaris Rhapsody. That's what it is. Ridiculous. What a ridiculously entertaining name. Polaris Rhapsody. I've never cast a game on this map before, so tell you what. Let's take a look at it. Oh, we can red versus blue this, I bet. Ah! Wrong button! Okay. We can. Let's do that. Let's red versus blue it. Although, on this map, pink's a little bit easier to see than blue. You know, let's red versus blue it anyway. I think we'll be fine. Hatch first in it here for Hero, about a 12. Hatcheroonie, I have to guess. This is a... Is he going CC first? Sorry. You animal. You're going CC first here. I love it. I like it a lot. Okay, excellent. So here's the map, right? 2-player map. That is not a spawn location because it has 2 gas. But it has, 2 gas and a lot of minerals. That's kind of nice. Honestly, I would not be surprised to see maybe the third base from Hero be this one. It's a little hard to deal with. Having to wall off 2 ramps to get to it, though, against a Terran player might be a bit too hard. We'll have to see. Where's my sound? There we go. Come back, sound. We missed you. We missed you a lot. Anyway. La 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 la. That was a command center first man, which is getting scouted here by Hero. So he's like, you know what? That barracks is late. He's not going to be able to build a bunker for some time. If I got some link pressure out. The problem is, he went for a hatch first, and so his pool is late. So I think it was just a nice gamble by sOrry. I think it worked out for him quite nicely to where he doesn't have to worry about, you know, early link pressure like he would if it was a pool first build. So good job by him. He rolled the dice, and it worked out in the end. Got the command center off. Didn't have to worry about it dying in the meantime. Very quick lair, sub 3-minute lair there. Out of Hero. Boy, do we love Hero. There are some of the best games I've ever cast on this channel have involved Hero. So I'm really excited to see what he's going to bring to us today. He's awesome is what he is. I'm going to do a quick check. I know you guys hate this. I'm sorry. We're good. Okay. Checking the levels. For some reason, I have to have higher levels for Brood War when I stream on Sunday than when I'm casting for YouTube. I don't know what it is. The sound balance, I don't change anything, but the music is so much louder if I have it set for the stream level when I'm casting for YouTube. It's good. So yeah, the links are here. They're not getting through that without a question. And what's our follow-up going to be here? Ooh, 2 racks opening. I like that. Putting it over here, hard to scout, although Overlord pathing, if he comes from here, you might be able to see that before the Marines take him down. We'll see if any Overlord scouting is even really attempted. It seems like these guys are more interested in seeing if there's a push coming to kill him anytime soon. Although, you don't actually have to go across this bridge. Check this out. Oh, I got to bring that back to the fog. But you can go up here and down here and across and attack like normal. So, I don't know. I don't know what we're looking at here. There we go. Back to map in Fog of War. You guys like that one. Spire on the way. Not really too surprised by that based on the lair timing whatsoever. It could have been Lurkers, I guess, but gonna be Spire. We'll see if it goes into a third base here, or if it goes for some kind of a 2-base attack with the Mutas and the Lings, which again, we saw Soma do to great effect against Sack in the series that I cast, the best of 7 series that I cast about a month ago. If you missed that one, if you love ZVT and series with great players, man, Sack versus Soma was a good one for sure. Very interesting in a lot of ways. I might put a link to it in the description. If you want to watch that and you didn't see it initially, let me know and I'll put a link in the description there too. So, bit of a plug here for the Patreon, patreon.com/Falcon Paladin. We are, we're growing out there. I appreciate it, the extra support, especially as the ad revenue from YouTube seems to be a little People are kind of rebelling against some changes that YouTube has made, which I totally understand, and I know you guys hate ads. So if you're going to run with ad blocker, I just ask maybe you support me some other way instead. If you'd rather support me by watching ads, that's totally awesome. But if you'd rather run ad blocker and go to patreon.com/Falcon Paladin, you can do that. And I will be extremely happy with you. That's a great way to support the channel and keep this thing going. It gives you access to one Brood War replay per week that no one else will see except other Patreon supporters for a full month before they show up on the YouTube channel. So if you want to have some early stuff, I'm casting some 2020, 2019 stuff that nobody has seen. Some of these are practice games nobody's ever casted. Some of them have only been cast in Korean and not in English. If you want to see those, again, patreon.com/Falcon Paladin. It's for as little as $1 a month gets you that reward. $1 a month. That's it. So check it out, patreon.com/Falcon Paladin. In the meantime, we have the Mutalisks out. We have the missile turrets up. We have Marines and medics ready to chase these guys out. This is kind of a terrible map for dealing with mutas, isn't it? It's just taking the missile hits and trying to kill as many SCVs as zergly possible. I think that turret can get killed. Honestly, I do. Then some Marines come in, and yeah, the repair is real, and mutas get the heck on out of there. Here comes sOrry, though, sneaking up the side, like I said, but that's what this Overlord is for. Nice positioning, by the way, on this Overlord. Oh, he sees it coming, and he can prepare for it, and by that I mean throw up 3 Sunkens immediately and probably bring the Mutalisks home. Yeah, they're coming on home. 6 mutas coming on home here. The Sunkens popping, additional Sunkens coming up, because this is not a standard earlier attack where you don't have any medics or it's a smaller number of Marines. This is a lot of Marines. They have stim. They're very scary. Are they waiting on +1 to finish? That'd be massive for them. Marines, again, benefit immensely from those upgrades because they attack so quickly. The muta stacking, we know from Hero, is very good. Has been in the past. And does he feel secure? I think he feels secure. With 5 Sunkens, that's a great number of Sunkens against Marines, and they don't have any tank support whatsoever. So I'm enjoying this. If you're a Zerg player, you're liking what you're seeing here. It's 57 to 71 supply. The Terran player's up, but that's normal at this stage of the game. That turret gets sniped off. This turret probably going to die. He has enough mutas where he feels comfortable doing that. And he's sitting right on the production here. Killed an SCV building a barracks. Killed another SCV. These Marines on the ramp, not enough of them. When the mutas stand there and fight against Marines, you know you're in a bad place as a Marine ball. So suddenly everything's terrible back home for sOrry, but he does have a pretty decent attack coming on the other side. God, that is so many Sunkens, though. I know this is not going to work. This is not working at all. It's just... You know what? The medics are healing, though. You know what? The mutas do have to actually help with this to hold. Additional lings are coming in. This Sunken's sitting back here, firing away, and barely holds on. But does kill everything that sOrry has in his army. His army supply is abysmal at this stage. The good news is he has 42 workers to 29 drones. But the army of lings and mutas is definitely enough to win the day if they can jump on top of this right now, which they can't because it takes a minute to get across the map. A third base is coming up on this left side, which, how do you defend this? I guess Lurker's there, but on the low ground, not as good. That's why you like those high ground third bases as a Zerg player. Because coming up a high ground with Bio is extremely difficult. You know, for losing his whole army, he didn't lose many SCVs. He's got a really healthy saturation, like a crazy healthy saturation here. And really, only 29 drones from the Zerg player. It just seems low. Third hatchery coming in. Like we mentioned previously, tank production has begun. Infantry armor coming in. The mutas trying to just pick off individual units. This is some of the best muta control I have seen on the channel. But again, it's Hero. What else do we expect from Hero? What else do we expect from Hero? Seriously, though. This guy's incredible. gets an entire supply depot. He gets another medic. He's supply blocking sOrry. This is just... As this hero just outclassing sOrry is the question. To make it to the round of 16 in this tournament was not easy. sOrry, again, with 350, 380 APM here, is capable. He has the tools to win this thing. That first Science Vessel's on the way, but Hero, he just has more years of experience. He's done some incredibly great stuff in his time. And he knows every trick in the book. He's good at every trick in the book. And that's the trick here, too, right? Is you can know every trick in the book, but accomplishing them is another thing altogether. Accomplishing them consistently and every time is another thing altogether. He's really ramping up this mute account. He's got 10 of them here. Starport means irradiate, which we do see coming up in that production tab. Third base getting saturated. That third extractor is the big deal right now. And then we start moving into, to Dark Swarm, into Plague against this particular composition. I really don't see any sign of a mech transition from sOrry here at all. He seems to be going for the old 6 racks, although it's only 5. He did lose 1. So it should be 6 racks, but it's 5 right now. With a little bit of tank support and a radiate for sure is what you want to be doing here. Yeah, forcing a radiate. Oh, he irradiated one that was already almost dead. So it didn't hurt the other Mutalisks that much. That's just bad luck for sOrry is what that is. Oh, that hurts. That hurts immensely. Okay, well, focusing here anyway on the fact that looks like he's more interested in setting up a third base than really pushing out for an attack at the moment. Morlings in production. Defiler Mound is coming in. 5 Lurkers on the way. Adrenal Glands, 4 Dem Zerglings, free Medic, free Marine. Maybe not free. I mean, these mutas are taking a couple hits here and there as they come in for these attacks. And you know what? No third base at all. He's just going, which, oh my gosh. Lurkers on one side and Mutalisks on the other side is not where you want to be. sOrry decides to pull back from that situation. Recognizing how incredibly scary that is. And it's still 94 to 90 total supply. sOrry is still up. But the longer this game goes on, Hero is creeping up into having more supply overall here with a lower worker count, which means his army is big. And big Zerg armies are the ones that are scary because they are not as cost efficient. No, but they will ruin you. Is he really not worrying about the Science Vessel? He's not. He doesn't have enough energy to do anything. Is this? Oh, he's pulling the whole army home. sOrry. I don't know about this. That Starport's not going to get another... Oh, hang on, another Science Vessel out. Radiate is here. The split is amazing. Really, really great split there. Lings getting into the mineral lines, going after missile turrets, making it easier for further Mutalisk harassment to happen. And he does manage to hang on to that, but... Ooh, another irradiate. The split not as good this time, but got there eventually fairly quickly. All things considered. It's Mutalisk spending its last remaining moments trying to kill a Science Vessel by himself, which is really not going to happen. I'm not sure where that SCV is going. This is great. This is a really, really good game 1 here for our best of 3. I'm excited for it. Plague on the way. Dark Swarm, Lurker ahoy. How many tanks do you have? 2. 2 tanks does not seem ample. Again, the production. sOrry keeps trying to get this production rolling. He really does. But the mutas come in, kill his SCVs trying to build stuff, trying to repair stuff. Ooh, that Marine got a muta kill. He's not really replacing the Mutalisks at this point. Man, this is a great game. 4th base coming up at the top right-hand side. It is 191 total supply. sOrry still has the lead despite being on 2 bases. It has a lot of resources on this map as part of it. But this main is going to get mined out sooner rather than later. The mutas keep getting killed out in the middle of the map. Zerglings with Adrenal Glands and no attack upgrades are still very scary, increasing their attack speed by 40% with that upgrade, and they already attack pretty quickly, all things considered. So I don't know, can sOrry pull out this game number 1? We're looking at it. The tanks are doing all right for themselves. The Science Vessels getting protected by Marines. sOrry, nicely done. And trying to just finish off these stupid Lurkers. There we go. A couple Marines died, but that forward threat has been dealt with. Irradiating, oh, Science Vessel down, but irradiating 2 of these Lurkers, I believe. Yes, no, 3 of the Lurkers. Really nice triple irradiate. Really nicely done. +1 attack is on the way for these Lings, so not the greatest upgrades of all time. Do perhaps the lurkers have better upgrades? No, they don't have missile attack either, so not really upgrade savvy right now is Hero. That's probably okay. Radiate, radiate. Plague! Ooh! All over those science vessels. Sorry, coming up though. Pretty big, you know, pretty big, intense looking 2-1 Marine Firebat Science Vessel Army. They're going to find this top right fourth base and take that sucker down. There's really not an army in position to save it at the moment. He managed to sneak up there. Another great Plague-oo! Defiler gets irradiated as is tradition. Top right hatch is done. And maybe killing that top right hatch is all that sOrry needed to do, right? He needs these lurkers. There we go. Burrowing them into a position. That scouting overlord did such a great job for Hero, but is now done. Third base is getting landed here at 15 minutes from sOrry, and the top right base is toast. Some Lings came in and tried to save it, I think, but they are all completely dead. All of these Marines have a lot of kills. Bottom left-hand corner coming up. Battle cruisers on the way. Are you kidding me? Battle cruisers in production. Scourge really want to get hits here, but sOrry's been babysitting. I was going to say pretty well, but he lost one there, so maybe not. Maybe not as good. What? Really? Battle cruisers in this game? You know the Scourge exists, right? And you know there's Hydralisks with Dark Swarm. The tech is all there for Hero to handle those battle cruisers. The fact that you're still trying this is extremely interesting. So third base, yes, no gas here, but you know what? When we're making 4 Marines at a time and 3 SCVs at a time, gas is not really your priority. Might try to re-expand to this top right. He did escort this drone up here, so that makes a lot of sense. Still, man, 133 to 105 supply. I just can't shake the feeling that Hero is in trouble right now. He's just not able to get ahead in supply no matter how many bases he has. No matter what tech he's rolling with here. Man, simultaneous attacks coming up. But this one is just doomed. That Plague. I mean, these guys are... No, that's not happening at all. Battle cruisers. Here to handle this little Ling attack. Which is just absolutely hilarious. Yeah, these guys, no, they've been plagued. They're done. Top right-hand base has not been assaulted yet, but sOrry does have an army in the vicinity. Oh, Dark Swarm alert. Dude, this game won, though! This is nuts. The irradiates on the lurkers is amazing. Coming in to try to take down this hatchery. The lurkers are doing what they can with it. Fire bats. And you know what? I think they're going to get it. This hatch is going to go down again. My gosh, I think this game 1 might just get an epic tag on its own. It's been so good. Absolutely denying every third base attempt that Hero has attempted here today. That's 1 Ultralisk, and yes, Defensive Matrix Ultra, or defensive, oh, 2 Ultras, never mind, a little bit scarier, but Defensive Matrix on these guys is surprisingly effective. And the Ultra has to get out of here with 44 HP. Again, Ultra's great, but 1 Ultra versus a like 10 or 20 Marines, not as good, especially if there's good micro, and especially if there's Defensive Matrix from the Terran player. So suddenly, it's 3 base to 3 base. For all the aggression that Hero has showed today, he hasn't been able to kill any of the Terran bases at all. I mean, this isn't great for sOrry, though. Guys, come on. Yeah, man, 3-basing Zerg here at 19 minutes is not ideal. He's always just right around where sOrry is. But hasn't been able to take that lead. Irradiated Ultralisk helping to murder all of these medics, though. It is still not a supply lead. No matter how many victories it seems like are possible here. For the Zerg player, it's just not enough. The repair is good and saves the bunker. Attack coming down big. Ling Ultralisk attack. Jumping right onto the natural base. sOrry does respond in time, but then that leaves the left side open. Oh boy. Oh boy. Irradiated Ultras all the way down, ladies and gentlemen. My gosh. I mean, it's not enough to kill them straight up, but it does a huge chunk of damage, over half. And then they're easy to clean up afterwards. The attack on the third base is usually problematic. We do have some 3-attack fire bats in the mix, though, with stim. And that's really good against those lings. Lurkers burrowing. Oh, the SCVs are stacked! But they're not taking hits. The lurkers are attacking other stuff. And they finally get cleaned up. Wow! Alright, so third base is not dead because it was a Zergling attack and nothing could shoot up over here. He's trying to just run lings in while expanding bottom left and while expanding top right. Alright, SCVs are starting to fall right now. It is 81 to 67 supply. He's finally taken that supply lead that he has needed this entire time. Going up this ramp seems like a poor idea. If you're a hero... Oh, with the SCV, he's also body blocking a little bit there. That's really disgusting. That is some sick play out of sOrry. Third base... I don't want to say it's in shambles, but okay. These two Ultralisks make it really hard to defend it in any capacity. That's it. Good game. sOrry's out. Hero wins game number 1. Wow. And that's our game 1. Really, really fantastic play out of sOrry for sure. But not enough. Like, sOrry denying those bases. This was a 3-basing 20-minute Zerg player. That's not where they want to be. They want to be on 4 bases, 5 bases, 6 bases. He tried expanding a few times, but sOrry was just there every time to shut it down. But unfortunately, at the end of game 1 here, just too much Ling, too much Ultralisk. The upgrades here, especially the armor, making a huge difference. And just being everywhere at once, right? Poor sOrry has to defend the natural base and the third base and stuff coming up into his main base up the ramp there. And it was rough, man. Really good macro out of Hero. What else do we expect from him when he gets the game 1 win? Check out the final score, and then we'll move into game number 2 because that's why we're here, right? It's a whole best of 3 series. 127,000 points for Hero, 117,000 points for sOrry. I'm telling you, sOrry's very capable of winning the series. He was very capable of winning game number 1 as well. And that strategy that we see, not a whole lot of tanks, never a transition into mech. And that would have done really well against those Ultras and those Lings for sure, but sOrry just not really willing to get there. He had the time for it, I think. Not really the desire, it would seem. So, yeah, more gas mined, about the same minerals mined, and about 6,000 more spent. The third base was just healthier overall for Hero than it was for sOrry. sOrry was just constantly under attack and hard to mine from. So that's game 1. Let's move on into game number 2. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Game 2 is here on Neo Sylphid, a map that we've seen quite often on the channel, I can tell you that much. Bottom left Hero, bottom right is sOrry. Whew, that game 1 was non-stop action. That's what I like in my Brood War games. I don't like it when players sit back and just smack her up and don't bother each other, and that is no way to win a game of StarCraft anyway. If you're not harassing people, especially Zerg, it's going to come back and bite you in the long run, so make sure you have some good Vultures. Make sure you have some good Reaver drops and Storm drops. And all sorts of great stuff that you can slow down Zerg players with especially. Wonderful. Alright, so here we are on, again, Neo Sylphid. Got a lot of green, a lot of high ground bases we can take. A lot of ramps leading up to said bases. This was the site of a game where we saw Flash play against Beast, and Beast infested one of Flash's command centers, turning it into an infested Terran command center, and it was amazing. I believe that was the most watched video of the last 30 days, was that one, because there was an infested command center on the thumbnail. Go figure. Go figure. Anywho, good stuff. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Again, the algorithm likes engagement, and hitting the like button and hitting subscribe is good for it. And tell your friends about the Brood War. I mean, here's the thing. I don't... I love the Brood War, and you love Brood War, but I think the most gamers out there, it's like, isn't that game from 20 years ago? And the answer is yes. It is, and I don't know how much general interest there is, but there's enough of it that I love casting it, and we're getting some good views. And so what I'm trying to say is, the fact that you might have a real-life friend who's into it, possibly, and possibly not. Right. I actually do. I have A couple of my brothers are into it. I got another friend who's really into it as well. So that's nice. It's nice I have people I can play with in my life. But perhaps you don't. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. You the only person that you know, like, in real life that actually likes the old StarCraft? Maybe so. And, oh, that reminds me. If you are, and you'd love to have people to talk Brood War with, come join the Discord channel, okay? We have a good number of Brood War fans in there for sure. We've got channels dedicated to StarCraft tournaments and talking about those, talking about strategies and sharing ideas. And there's a link in the description for it. If I forget to do that, just search Falcon Paladin Discord and anything and like any browser that you have, and you'll find it pretty easy. So yeah, come join the Discord. I'm there all the time. If I'm awake, I'm monitoring the Discord. So if you join up, come say hi, and I will say hi back. How about that? Good way to interact with Falcon. Honestly, probably the best way to interact with Falcon is ye old Discord server. Alright, anything crazy? No. Pretty much the same as the last game. Quick lair, after hatch first. SCV comes in and scouts all of that stuff. And nothing too crazy here from the Terran player either. He didn't go for a command center first this time, that's for sure. But it was a regular old 1-Rax expand. Gonna wall off a bit with the supply depot, take his gas here. There it is, at 24 supply, and everything is fine and dandy in his neighborhood as well. So SCV sees the lair timing, sees the gas, and says, alright, probably a Spire opening at this point. Definitely not a Ling Flood, because there's no reason to get a lair if you're Ling Flooding. Which can be pretty effective in this situation, especially where it's a big area to wall off. And even if you have a bunker, if like 25 Lings show up, or 26 Lings, I guess, because they come in pairs, it can be a really traumatic experience. But that's why you scout with the SCV, you check for the lair time, and you say, thank goodness that's not what it is. Spire timing sub 4 minutes out of hero. Doesn't have the second gas yet, so he's not going to go, not initially going to go for, 11 straight up Mutalisks, but he wants to get his economy running and probably save up for a third base as well. The Ling's speed is almost done, which means this SCV is toast. Sayonara, SCV. He didn't try to run. He knew. He knew what that result was going to be for sure. Yep, here's the Zerg soundtrack, which is just atmospheric. It makes you feel like you're in a cave, right? There's your second gas for the Zerg. And second barracks here from sOrry. Going for stim, going for medics. Seems like he might be trying the same thing that he did in game number 1, at least for an opening, but there's always that ability to transition into that mech. That's an engineering bay, so I mean we're not factoring, because he didn't have the gas for it until now anyway. Double comsat station though, because he recognizes the threat that lurkers are and will be throughout this game. Third base coming up, and this is such a great third base for Zerg, because again, the high ground ramp. Because of ye old high ground ramp. And there's 4 Mutalisks. We're going to go 5 and probably 6. Oh no, he goes for 5 and the upgrade. Okay, makes sense. 5 Mutas coming out, as I said, not going for a huge amount with that initial burst of Mutalisks. But nothing but barracks here, man. No factory production whatsoever out of sOrry. He's got the Marines, he's got the medics, he's got the stim. What else do you need in your life? And they're pushing out. This is where you need those Sunkens. I would not be surprised. I should maybe wait until they commit a little bit harder. Because again, a Sunken is a drone. It's a lot of future resource collection that you're losing out on when you make a Sunken colony. So not going to do it unless he has to. That always, always wonder, why don't Zerg players get static defense more often? And that's your answer. It's infinite lost resource collection. Like, yes, for SCVs, it's lost mining time because they're not mining and they're building a missile turret or whatever like this, but it's like if your worker never comes back. For the Zerg, that's why their worker counts are lower. That's why their supply count is generally lower for the first 10 minutes of the game, is for that reason. Because every building that you make and every static defense that you make is going to be the loss of a drone. So he is eventually getting up to the larger count of Mutalisks. Third base is up with that third gas coming in here too. Why do I keep calling it gas? I don't understand. Yeah, the muted control from Hero, as is tradition. Very good. Ling's jumping on it. That was a bit of a half-hearted attempt to try to take that whole group down. The Lings and the Mutas don't generally go for that unless they can wipe out the entire group. So a little bit careless there. There were definitely more Marines there that warranted holding off a bit, in my opinion. Did not go well in the end, too. So more Mutalisks, man. Just really pumping nothing but Overlords and Mutas right now with +1 attack coming in here, too. Factory and production largely going to be just for Irradiate. Nothing else. Ooh, that's a lot of hits on those Mutalisks. I don't think any of them died during that exchange, but still, pretty scary stuff. 26 drones here for Hero. This has been the longest game of, like, sit in the middle of the map and try to pick off Marines I've ever seen a Zerg player play. Usually, it's you force them home, or they have enough to get up to your front door. I've never seen this just be like, we're gonna hang out in the middle of the map play the game of how many mutas can we kill for how many Marines we lose, right? Oh, that mutas though. They're mutas, but yeah, just so many Mutalisks. This is the most mass Mutalisk thing I've ever seen. He's really just trying to kill sOrry here. Keeping him at home. Yes, very well done. Allowing him time to get Lurker Aspect and a Hive. But I think he was hoping to make enough Mutalisks to where he could just crush this with mutas, which not a terrible idea. But the macro here from sOrry has been too good. He has too many Marines. He's got the bunker to fall back to. They've got +1 attack. They have range. They have stim. The medics haven't been dying, which is a huge deal. I say that as they kind of come out in front and 2 of them instantly die. I definitely curse them in that situation. And we have a Valkyrie on the way. He's like, you know what? If we're committing that much to Mutalisks, then Valkyrie prepared it is. It's going to be interesting. Again, Valkyrie's very good against Mutalisks. They were introduced into StarCraft Brood War because Mutas were so good in StarCraft 1, StarCraft Vanilla, that most of the stuff that was introduced in Brood War was to help players deal with Mutalisks. It doesn't really work for ZVZ. There's still Mutalisks all over that matchup for sure every time. But you have your own Mutalisks too. Oh, hang on, Valkyrie. Careful, Valkyrie. You gotta get some shots off. You can't just take hits without doing any damage. This is some really nice Mutalisk micro, by the way. Ooh, yeah, every one of these little volleys that you get off is good. It is good. This is looking real dicey for Hero. Got the lurkers out, which is going to be a huge deal for this. The Sunkens are going to help immensely with the ground army. He doesn't have any tanks to help deal with them. So he's going to back out. Just trying to bring in the Valkyrie back behind the Marines when the Mutalisks dart in there. That's so good. I don't know what that medic was trying to do. Fare thee well, medic. I don't know what you're trying to do there, friend. Alright, so some tanks are moving out. Drop ship coming in here as well. If he can get a drop in here, that'd be massive. That'd be really, really good. But sOrry's got a bit of a window. He's up 103 to 82 total supply, but it's a 3 basing Zerg versus a 2 basing Terran, which is not super comfortable for the Terran. Here we go. He burns down one of the Sunkens, loses 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 Marines there. Again, the stacks from the bottom here. Oh, now there's Defilers out. And they don't have Consume yet. The window is closing here. SOrry. Ooh, nice job keeping the Science Vessel alive. Hero's like, come on, Consume. Finish. Finish, please. The lurkers are in trouble. The Dark Swarm is real. Scourge don't make anything happen there. The Muta's going after the tanks. Tanks both get taken out. Beautiful. Defiler overextends there and does get picked off. That sucks. But it looks like Hero has managed to hold on here for just a minute. The third base has a lot of lurkers at the top of this ramp. You are not breaking this. I'm sorry. Nope. No, sorry is very sorry about that. These mutas have continued to be incredibly annoying, killing another medic in the middle of the map here. There's only 2 turrets, but I guess there's a bunker. That helps a lot. Oh, a couple free overlords. Maybe try to supply block hero. Oh, the lurker's getting picked out of the ground here too. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is happening right now? Sunken's down. Drone's in a lot of trouble. Skirt getting picked out of the sky. And, oh, there was a drop up here at the third base. A Dark Swarm had to be used, and a lot of attention was there. The Muta's trying to engage with this, and they are to a certain extent, but there's only 3 of them remaining. The Lurkers are going to have to be used very, very well. They are in conjunction with the Mutalisks there, but there's 25 drones remaining here. Irradiate on the Mutalisks. The army does get cleaned up, but another guy jumping into the natural base. Going after drones. It is 23 drones remaining for Hero. And by golly, what a scrappy counterattack right now from sOrry. It's not huge, it's not scary, but you know what? He's killing drones. This guy's got 8 kills. Not bad. Before he gets finally taken out, but oh, he recognizes. Oh, the third base is wide open and Hero taps out. Hero taps out and sOrry is your winner here in game number 2. What an absolute beast. What a beast of an attack from him there. 2 bases, Marines, Firebats, Science Vessels. Got the drop up in the third base that distracted Hero enough to where the attack into the front door worked out for sOrry, killing those lurkers, running into the main base, running into the natural base, and just killing enough workers that it wasn't going to happen for Hero. All of his lurkers got wiped out here in the main base or had to transfer down to the natural base or to try to save things. And then there was nothing defending the third, and he recognized that. And Hero tapped right on out of there. And that's why we see this kind of a thing. 7 racks by this point in the game. Nothing but non-stop Marine production. Okay, Marines and Firebat production, I apologize. With some Science Vessels, you can get a lot of stuff done. Even against somebody as good as Hero is. Even against Hero, which is a little bit nuts to say, but is the truth. So after game 2, we are tied up. We are tied up 1-1. Let's see who wins game number 3. Shall we? Stick with it. Don't leave me. You want to see who wins this thing. I know I do. Neo Electric Circuit here for game number 3. Bottom right, Hero. Top left, it is sOrry. I told you sOrry's capable of beating Hero. He's a really, really good Terran player with excellent macro and excellent micro. And capable of dropping Hero when he doesn't expect it. And closing in on his third base to win the game. That was excellent, sOrry. So let's see who wins this one. The winner stays, the loser goes home. This is the round of 16. All right. What else can we talk about here today? I'm on Twitter and on Facebook, twitter.com/Falcon Paladin, facebook.com/Falcon Paladin. I post links to my videos out there. I talk about sports ball sometimes. I post funny GIFs that I find on the internet as well. So if you want entertainment, check me out on those specific locations and like one of my posts and I'll be happy. That's how this works, right? And our current day is you get endorphin rushes from people liking your social media posts. I think I saw a movie about that once. Yeah, it's so sad. All right, 2020 will be over eventually. So really funny, I posted an incredibly long, crazy game, 45 minutes of insanity and ZVT. I think it was Cool versus Rudy, and I posted it kind of in October-ish of 2019, and I was like, well, 2019 hasn't been ideal, but you know what, 2020, I've got hopes for 2020. I think we can have a good year, and by golly, have I heard about that. I've been told about how wrong I was about that over and over again, because for whatever reason, that video's gotten a lot of looks. People have really enjoyed that one, and they have recognized me being entirely wrong about 2020 and made sure that I need to hear about it. Which is probably true. Probably hearing about it is a good thing. Anyway, yeah, so my takes about 2020 were incorrect, but I don't know, can 2021 possibly be any worse? The answer is maybe. Oh, the proxy fac. He made a factory sub 2 minutes. He didn't make a factory until like the 10-minute mark of the last game. Fantastic. I like this a lot. Putting it in the middle because he doesn't know where the Zerg player is, because this is a giant 4-player map on Neo Electric Circuit. Oh, this is going to be like vultures inside your house sooner than you want them to be. Oh, that pool is just getting started too. It is just getting started, and this factory is almost done. This timing does not work out for you, Hero, at all, buddy. Dang, I love this. Sorry, trying to close the door fast on what Hero is doing here. And all he can do is make drones, man. Make drones, get your extractor up. Like, scout around a little bit, and he is gonna... Oh, he can't stop it, can he? Nope. Ooh, he almost found it and was almost able to stop it by killing that SCV, but not allowed. And behold, here comes the vulture production. Now, what's funny about this is I cast another game recently from like 2006 where this happened. So this strategy is very well known. It's an old one, but it checks out. Drones have to be pulled off the line because this sunken is really important for Hero to survive. Sunken on the way. Vulture is almost here. Oh, there's already one here. Never mind. Oh, bad. He bypassed the sunken entirely. Ah, the drones are forced to fight it. Oh my gosh, they're actually... Wow. That actually worked exceptionally well. Ooh, and he got 2 SCVs behind it. All right, Hero. You know what? Maybe you're totally fine. Wow, you have a lot of Zerglings, man. All of a sudden, you have many Zerglings. Are you... You know what? He's like, you know what you don't have back home is a lot of stuff. Because you sacked a lot to make these vultures. But, I don't like this. I don't know about this working. Okay, there's only 4. Where'd the rest of the lings go? There's 4 here. I thought he had more than that, but perhaps I was just reading it wrong. Look, normal lair timing. Got the gas saturated. Everything is cool. Is there anything back home to stop these lings from ruining your day? Nope, there's not. There's a Marine, but 1 unupgraded Marine versus 4 unupgraded Zerglings. The Marine is going to die no matter what kind of micro you have. And if you don't have hardly... Dude, really? What is... What? Hero, what are you doing? What? No, this could have gone so much better. Oh, there's another way in. Wait, did they just run by? They must have just run by. Yeah, okay. Okay, that's GG. The drone count is 8. Okay, in another universe, Hero kills this Marine, starts killing SCVs, kills another Marine that comes out, and does a lot more damage, but maybe he was really preoccupied by the fact that these dudes showed up and murdered 16 of his units. Killing larva counts, it turns out. So it's, you know, it's not all drones. Alright, Hydralisk can kill both of these guys. That's why they're running. They know. The Hydra is the answer here. Okay, so 11 to 17 workers is real bad. Marines are pushing out across the map. Ooh. Ah, see, that's what I was worried about. If you had full health, you could do it. You could do this kiting thing, but you're so injured already. Look at him. He can't get down from here. This is the inexorable death is closing in on you experience. There's nothing you can do about it. Alright, well, the Marines aren't getting through this TIE Disruptor stack. Oh, but losing that Overlord is a supply block. Brr. The comeback, I don't know, man. There's Lings here. They don't have speed yet. It's on the way. The Marine production, it's just 2 base Marine production, man. With maybe some medics. I don't know. He's got an academy. But I don't see any medics in the group. Oh, 1 siege tank? That's all it takes. Yeah, this is going to be an epic hold if it's a hold, man. So you're trying to jump on this here. The kiting is pretty good. The surround is also very good, though. Wow. All right, man. Hero, you're boss. Why do I doubt you? That was amazing. He totally wrecked that whole push. Okay, well, now droning up. Oh, no, making 5 pairs of lings. Hero is not interested in droning up. Hero is interested in trying to kill sOrry right now. In fact, to kill this Marine? Free Marine, though. Alright, cool. Okay, Firebat production is here. I don't agree with this. The fire bats and the medics are just really problematic for your speedlings. There are so many coming, though. I don't know. Place your bets right now. It's 7 minutes, 27 seconds. You think Hero's going to win this? I don't think so, but I've doubted him earlier. This is so many speedlings. I thought this was a bunker. That's not a bunker at all. The lings are like, well, okay. Smart, not moving in there. It's 19 to 16 workers. Okay. The lair's almost done. Is Hero salvaging this? This is incredible. This is so incredible. Yeah, he's just droning up. He's actually okay. These lings are like, are you chasing all the way down, or are you just posturing? Because I need to know that. Can I keep droning, or do I need army right now? So we'll get another creep, because you're never too wrong with 2 creeps at your base, and he does go for the Spire and the Mutalisks, which is great, because it's largely fire bats here. But you're not going to get mutas out before the fire bats arrive, because they're on their way right now. And, additionally, if they try to knock down this side disruptor wall, which they can do with fire bats, because again, splash damage, and these are stacked on top of each other, and come attack around this way, that'd be a huge problem, because you don't have any Sunkens in that area. But it does take a long time to get through this, and maybe that's enough time for the Spire to finish. I don't know. Regardless, Sorry's going... Is he going for it? No, he's going right on in. I don't think he has enough. If he fights this with 2 Sunkens hammering at him the whole time, I don't think this is enough for Sorry. I really don't. And look, another Sunken is even coming up here. You can't just sit. Why would you just sit right here? The things you're trying to see, is there a natural base at all? No, there's not. Look at this harassment, though. Scouting around, sees the control tower. Overlord escapes certain death. That's nice. And you get a nice 3rd base on this map, too. So, I don't... The 3rd base, I really were... Oh, he's got the dropship. He's got the dropship, ladies and gentlemen. He's just ferrying everyone over. Okay, so we kill these guys first, right? Okay, that didn't go super well, actually. Oh no. That's what the dropship was for. Alright, well, he's just... Is he abandoning this? The mutas are trying to do incredible mutalisk stuff, but there's only 2 of them. There's 5 on the way, though. The Scourge, he was worried about science vessels. Alright, so the spawning pool is done. Can he save the lair? This has been so scrappy. This has been so scrappy today. Oh gosh. Alright, well the Marines are dying, but they're taking a lot of the Marines, or the mutas, with them. The fire bats are real bad against buildings, but you know what? Eventually they'll take it down if you give them enough time. And the drones are coming back home because it's... Nope, hang on, hang on! Jeez, do not give this guy additional kills. Alright, Shiba. I can't even... This game is absolutely fantastic. I don't even... We're just going to give this whole thing an epic tag, this entire series an epic tag, because this has been an incredibly scrappy, incredibly dangerous game for both players. And there's still not a natural base here for Sorry at all. It's 51 to 37 supply, though. He does have decent army supply. He's got the Irradiate on the way. He's got the dropship, which is cool stuff. The Scourge are looking for the dropship to kill it, because that's how you got in here, obviously. And Lurker Aspect on the way. We've somehow kind of slid our way into a relatively normal game. Except the spawning pool is not done at 11 minutes. Otherwise, yeah, we could see this. Building the 2nd base inside the main. He's so worried about Mutalisk stuff. And he really should be. My gosh, that's... Alright, Scouting Scourge sees it is barracks, barracks, barracks. Because what else are you going to see from Sorry today other than that stuff? Right, right. Comsat says, yes, still a Hydralisk Den. Incredible. Spawning pool is done. Not that we're really making a lot of lings, because lurkers are going to be the order of the day here from this point on. science vessel. Oh, he got a science vessel. Okay. I didn't think he had enough mutas to do that. By golly, he did. Excellent job. Hero just relying on superior control of Mutalisks to win this game. Again, 3 bases is nice. Against 2 bases of a Terran, he's still down 68 to 50 supply, which is bad, but he's bought a lot of time to try to get up to this lurker tech, and he's there now. So, do we want to use the lurkers offensively? Do we want to use them to secure this 3rd base? Possibly. Again, this low ground into low ground stuff is a little bit rough, and there are dropships still. We're still aware of that. So, big Marine push coming out, +1 attack, range, and stim researched on these guys. The mutas and lings are trying to do stuff. The lurkers are coming in. They will be here in time. The question is, are you going to do that shuttle thing again? You might, but you're going to get it scouted this time. Oh, they irradiate. Okay, dropship dies. That's huge. That completely shuts down sOrry's ability to get in here at all. So now he has to come through this door, which is not as good because there's 3 sunkens. These guys are inside the house, but lurkers defending that 3rd base quite nicely, and the rest of the army is kind of stuck, again, stuck outside. Dude, you cannot lose Mutalisks like that. You cannot donate them without getting anything done. Is he going to make another dropship? That's what I would like to know. He's making a... Nope, science vessel. Alright, no more dropships. 82 to 66 supply. This is kind of working. This is kind of working for Hero. For all the damage he's taken, he's recovered quite nicely. Making nothing but Hydras, getting upgrades for those guys. Armor infantry coming in. Siege tank, siege mode on the way. And bottom left-hand base on the way. That gets instantly scouted by an SCV. Like, almost virtually instantly scouted by SCV. Which, come on. Are you serious right now? Well, big scary army with siege mode. Alright, man. Again, I keep doubting Hero today, and he's done some great stuff. Ooh. And I love how he keeps jumping up on the army before they're set up and in range of anything to kill stuff. So bottom left base does get canceled. Trying to take a 4th base down here at the 6 o'clock. And again, he's like, I'm going to force these engagements in the middle of the map. He snipes off a science vessel, target firing the wounded one very, very nicely. The tanks are still alive, which is a huge deal if sOrry's going to win this game. And lurkers burrowing in, taking irradiates to the face from time to time. Another, for all the science vessels you kill. It always seems like there are more. Yes? Yes. Burrow the dead one. Alright, burrow everybody. That's fine. Is he going to try to get through this? He really likes setting up like he's going to kill the side disruptor, and he hasn't done any damage to it at all. So this, again, okay, unsieged, but this, again, sieged up tanks with marine support, hard to clear out. Unsieged tanks, easier. Well, he's letting this happen, but he's got the surround coming from the other side. Do we see? Do we see it? Kind of. He's not really comfortable. Here he comes. Top side, left side, bottom side. I don't know if the left side was enough to keep them from retreating, but at the very least, one of the tanks goes down. I can't believe we're at this stage of the game. I thought for sure this would be over in like 8 minutes, but no, we're here. We are at very normal style game. Gas starved is Hero at this point. He has a ton of minerals and like 100 gas. So he can make a bajillion Zerglings, which if you upgrade them, better, right? Alright, tanks siege up. And again, not trailing in here one by one is how you do the science vessel down. Tank down. And the bio in a lot of trouble. This has been so good. It is still 96 to 65 supply. sOrry's still able to produce off of so many barracks at home. And he's got a 3rd base coming in here too. Oh, the lurker spines. Well, the lurkers are dead now. You know what? This fourth base is toast. Dude, has sOrry done this? He's had a lead the whole game, which is to be expected. Hero was just never able to get up. He's half the supply of the Terran now. Was never able to really bother the economy of the Terran player at all. He got his mutos out late, and there weren't enough of them to really be scary. And as a result, I think this might be it. Even if he can't necessarily kill Hero in the next minute or so, it's going to be a slow downfall here for Hero. I don't... nice target firing on them Scourge. Hive is on the way, but it is so far away from Dark Swarm right now, and these tanks, or rather, this tank worth its weight in gold. Marines have +2 attack and +1 armor, making them so much better against Huckins than they were 10 minutes ago. And just pumping, man. Marine tank, Marine tank, Marine tank, Marine tank. Bring the guys over from the fourth base. And trying to jump on this while the tank count is not very high. Is it enough Zerglings? Is it enough Lurkers? The Lurkers get target fired really nice with the Fire Bastard is burning the Lings to the ground. And that's your GG right there. Hero taps out. I assume he GG'd over Discord, I hope. But bam, sOrry comes out on top in this best of 3 by winning games 2 and 3 in 18 minutes and 43 seconds. Oh my gosh. What? Okay, that's an epic series. It is. That is just an epic series. I don't care what you say. I'm putting epic in the tag. Wow. That last game and the first game were incredible. The second game was all right. It was very good as well in its own way. But shoot, this last game was scrappy. This thing started with a proxy fac. Okay, this game started with a proxy factory in the middle of the map that killed a ton of drones. And Heroes just never really able to come back from that. The counterattacks were good. Again, I feel like that counterattack of Lings could have done more damage and maybe slowed sOrry down. But he was busy dealing with the vultures that got inside his face and were killing his entire main. Great job. I mean, really fantastic play from sOrry. sOrry is an excellent, excellent Terran player. Casting more of him in the future for sure. But yeah, just uphill climb. Couldn't quite get to the top for Hero there. So nice job, sOrry, though. Great control, great macro. Just insane levels of macro. 78,000 points to 67,000 points for sOrry. Ends up producing almost 200 Terran units to 283 Zerg units, which is great. 200 to 96 units killed is a great ratio. And then our resources here too. More gas mined, more minerals mined, and more total spent. Just because Hero is so economically starved because of the early aggression that bothered him. Really fantastic. I mean, just... Just one heck of an incredible series. That was amazing. I don't know what else to tell you other than it was incredible. So thank you so much for watching this. ZVT with a Terran coming out on top without going mech. So all these questions I always get, well, the Terran lost because he didn't go mech. Well, you know what? You can do this. If you're good enough with your micro, good enough decision making, able to cover against mutas, able to absorb muta damage and do damage to the mutas enough, you can do it, man. So sOrry makes it happen against Hero. Again, Hero. He's getting a little bit old, yes, but still terrifying. Still a scary Zerg player, and I love him. So that right there is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered and a Sunday series. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.